Welcome to Demasked. My name is Fresman, and today I'm joined by GenSen. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Glad to be on here. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I see here you do horror narrations.
I do. I read the spooky stories over on YouTube.
How long have you been on YouTube for?
This channel, I started it back in January of 2018, but doing the spooky readings, it's going on a year now, actually. So.
Okay. What was your previous channel, or I mean, if you want to disclose that?
Yeah. So if you look at like my oldest videos on my channel, you're pretty much like the first 3 videos. You're gonna see what I used to do, which was like storytime animation videos. So I'd animate pretty much things that happened to me, like channels like The Odd Ones Out, Jaden Animations, things like that. So that's what I did for a while before I got into this. But I had a lot of friends that said, "Hey, you got a great voice. You should do like r slash videos." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went on to do that, and I really didn't like it. I still have those videos on my channel, just because I felt like it'd be kind of interesting to see the progress. So you can see the, if you ever go to like my channel, you look at like the oldest videos, you'll see 2 r slash videos, and then it transitions straight into like the let's not meet again stories and just some really creepy stuff. And it just, there's such a weird change in the channel from when it first started to where it is now. And I've pretty much consistently just did horror stuff and some parody videos for the past year of other narrators. So yeah, it's.
Do you miss the storytime videos at all?
I do and I don't. I mean, when I do narrations, I have to kind of like calm my voice down, and as opposed to doing like storytime videos, you have to like kind of sell yourself and have all this energy. And you kind of have to be like
more animated.
What's going on, guys? We're gonna be talking about
Whoa.
And I just felt so phony doing it like that. I like drawing though, so I still do live streams where I draw, and I can just chat with the community. So that's more or less those live streams are just to kind of talk to everybody and just have some fun feedback. And usually people will be like, I'll be like, "What do you want me to draw?" And they'll just tell me whatever, and I'll do it. So.
See, I'm staring down the grid of videos here, and the only one that catches my eye and causes a shiver down my spine is the one named "A Spider in My Toilet Bowl."
Oh yes, yeah, that was one of the funnier ones. I think that's one of the first ones I did. That was, I was doing the horror stories and stuff. Oh no, I did a chills video before that one, and I was like, you know what, that one was pretty funny. I thought it was received pretty well, and I was like, maybe I'll do another funny video. So I did that spider in my toilet bowl, and at the time, I think it's got like 151 views, and at the time I had like not that many subscribers. So I was like, wow, it's getting all these views. I was like, man, I should do more of these. And I was asking people on Twitter, and they're like, yeah, it was funny, but no, just keep reading stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll just do that. So yeah, but the funny, I like doing comedy stuff because I don't know, I just like making people laugh in general. So I'll sprinkle them in my channel every now and then. You'll just see them kind of pop up.
Now, across either humor or horror, which would you say is your favorite video that you've worked on?
My most favorite? Man, that's a tough one that I've worked on. Well, on my channel, I've worked on other narrators' channels as well, like making their videos and doing the video editing. And I've had the pleasure to make some really cool ones on their channels because they wanted some interesting stuff happening. But I guess on mine, man, that's a really tough one. I'm gonna have to go with probably one of the Chills parody videos because those are just really funny to make. And usually when I make them, I get really drunk, and then I just start recording. So I just kind of ad-lib it all.
How do you feel about the Chills videos?
I mean, some people think I'm just memeing on Chills or that I hate him, but I actually love the dude. He's so funny. And he's like really down to earth whenever you just kind of see how he interacts with people in the comments and things. So, I think he's pretty okay with it. He's never commented on any of it. I've only talked to him once on like a DM on Twitter, but we never really talked after that. It was like maybe like 2 sentences we said to each other, and that was it. I did want to ask him about it, but I was like nervous because he's like a huge YouTuber and everything. But I don't know.
Cut to a future episode of this show where I'm talking to Chills. He's like, I fucking hate GenSen.
I can't believe it. He said that.
What a dick.
What a dicky. Yeah, so I don't know. I like probably that one the most. Any of my Chills parodies, they're all probably my favorite ones I've done.
Well, the question I've had, and I'll ask you because I'm trying to get people's opinion on this, is specifically for the videos that Chills puts out. You know how a lot of the clips he's like, I'm not sure if this is real or not.
Oh yeah, I mean he knows they're not real. He's got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what percentage do you think that he's like, yeah, I'll just play this up?
I'm sure he's done so many videos that everything that is possibly real he's shown, and now it's just like, have you ever seen Siren Head? It's like obviously no, it's a made up character, but he's like, do you think he's real? And it's so funny.
So I believe I've talked to the artist who made Siren Head. I've talked to him a couple times, and I was watching one of Chill's videos with a friend of mine, and they're like, man, that's a pretty scary monster. We're like, yeah, I know the guy who designed it.
Man, what does he think about it? Did he comment on that? Whether it's blown out of proportion. It's crazy.
Well, I think he goes by like Trevor, or I think he might be Slimy Swamp Ghost.
Yeah, I've seen him on Twitter, his handle and everything. I didn't follow him at the time, but yeah.
If I'm wrong, Trevor, I'm so sorry. I will correct that. Future me in editing, please correct that and send an apology if we haven't yet.
Oh yeah, there he is, Trevor. He goes by Slimy Swamp Ghost. That's his handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I mean, like, because I follow a couple of different horror artists on there. I'm like, boy, if I'm wrong, and it's not him.
I mean, are you familiar with like Yeah Man TV? Are you familiar with him? He does like
I've heard of him. I don't think I've seen anything.
He does like every narrator's like profile picture. At least every new narrator, you'll see.
Nice.
He's probably drawn their profile picture.
What was that other one he made? Long Horse. Trevor.
I haven't seen that one, but
it's
I'm
like
pretty
it's
into
a
art.
skeletal horse head on a long spine. It's messed up.
Yucky horsey.
Yucky
I'm
horsey.
looking at it right here. It's nightmare fuel. Holy cow. I'm gonna watch my language. So.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Holy bejeebers.
Well, I will have you know, just in case there's a slip up later on, this is not a family show. You do not have to watch yourself.
Okay, great. Yeah, I definitely have a sailor's mouth. So.
I was half expecting, like, fucking finally.
Yeah. Thank fucking God. So, yeah, just, especially when I'm recording, when my live streaming. Yeah, typically when I'm live streaming, I'll be like, if I mess up, I sound like the Tourette's guy. I'll be like, this happened quite a few days. Fuck. I'll be like, it comes out. But they're like, you okay, Jensen? I'm like, yeah, I'm alright. Let me just get it out of my system. Shitty, fuck, poo-poo cock. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's read.
I just gotta get it out of my system, man. I just gotta get it out.
And it's funny because I can transition to like, fucking shit. And then he went into the basement. And
I tried. So, you know that wonderful feature that Audacity has? Keep in mind, I haven't clarified this with any other audio recording software because I can't afford any other kind.
Oh, yeah, I've been using Audacity for probably 10 years now.
You know how you can, like, if you mess up, you can just go back and delete it, and then you hit record and it'll just pick up from where you cut off?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that feature was there until recently when I was doing some voice work for somebody.
Oh, really? What? Man, how'd you had like cut and paste or?
No, I would just do one obscenely long take with all of the mess ups.
Oh, and then cut out afterwards.
Yeah,
Oof.
and
Damn, that would take so long. Yeah, I used to do, and you have to play back your audio and listen to it and everything.
yeah, and there's one that comes to mind. It's an even worse way of recording audio, which was I thought it would be smart because it was a long script. And I honestly can't remember if the video even came out. I'll have to check. Future me in editing, check for me. But it was a really long script, and I kept like, how would I word? I wasn't using Audacity. I was recording audio through OBS.
Oh, man, yeah, I've done that before actually, and I know I didn't like it. I don't like it at all.
I had like 20 plus videos that were just parts of one script. I'm like, hey, it's taking up more room than it's worth.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare, just editing wise. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, have you ever heard of Scare Theater?
That sounds familiar, but not I can't remember off the top of my head though.
He does like kind of like investigative, spooky videos, in the vein of Nexpo or Rainbot, Night Mind, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I got an interview with him once, and I used OBS, despite being told not to by a literal audio engineer. I paid the price for it immediately.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, you'd have to, even if you wanted to edit in Audacity later, you'd have to like re-render the video into like an MP3 or a WAV file and then edit it in Audacity, and you'd probably lose some quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be like, in today's video, and then it'd switch into like, in today's video, you know, it'd be like that. It was just
Holy shit, I wasn't expecting that.
That's how it sounds.
I was expecting to like lean away from a mic, not a full-on compression.
In today's video. Like that. Just
This whole interview sounds like you're talking through a walkie-talkie.
I know. Here, let me get away from the mic. Can you hear me? Like, in a huge cellar. Like,
This
yeah.
concrete room.
Yeah, it's like a canyon-sized concrete room, just humongous.
Oh, that is a terrifying concept, actually.
Can I get a sound check? Hello? Just by yourself.
Like, that'd be a nightmare to be in a giant concrete room that's so big that you can't see the ceiling.
Oof, that'd be terrifying.
Ugh. Actually, I think that's a good question to lead into. What scares you, GenSen?
Oh, what scares me? Ooh, that's a little tough one. I mean, I don't have any like. Oh, actually, yeah, I do have a pretty big fear. So, my biggest fear is probably the ocean.
Really?
And I mean, I've gone like boogie boarding, kind of surfing before in the ocean, but like I used to live in San Diego for a while, so you know I go to the beach there all the time. And yeah, I think it's just I'd be way out there too. I'd probably get like 200, 300 feet out from the from the beach, and the waves get pretty big out there. So we'd usually get like inner tube, me and my brother, and we'd just ride that thing in there. But when you're way out there and you're just swimming, and we don't have a life vest or nothing, and you feel like seaweed hit your feet, and sometimes when you're in those big waves and they're swelling up, you see the fish in the waves, and you'll see like these big fish swimming past you, which is a school of fish, or scarier things is like seeing dolphins, and you're like, is that a shark? Is that? I don't know. But yeah, so the ocean is probably You know, and besides that, I mean, we'd always get stung by jellyfish, or they'd be like torn up into pieces. So like little jellyfish bits that go up against your skin, you're just all itchy for like the next couple days. So yeah, probably the ocean. Yeah. Other than that, sometimes I get scared when I go in my room and then like when it's dark, I'll just like make a running jump for my bed. Just something's gonna grab my feet from underneath.
I haven't been in the ocean in a long time, but I remember the last time I kind of realized why people are afraid of the ocean.
Yeah, it just keeps going. It's so you can't see in it, you know, it's so dark.
Well, I got bit on the ankle by like a tiny little like yellow fish. Just the most like didn't even break the skin, but like pinched me.
Oh man, I would have been like, whoa! I would have freaked out. I would have lost my
shit.
I
had like the snorkel on. I'm like, man, the sea is so pretty, and then I felt like that pain, and I looked back, and this little bug-eyed fish just like hanging out by my foot, and I'm just like, that could have been anything, man.
So scary, fuck. And then there's like eels and stuff, and just I don't know, just so many weird fishes. I don't know. We're not.
What's your least favorite fish?
Least favorite fish.
Which one scares you the worst?
Ooh, that's another good question.
Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken. Yeah, Cthulhu. Such a cool character. Probably
one of the great old ones.
Yeah, just a big megalodon. Yeah, it's probably the scariest one I could think of. No. I used to have a big fear of Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster when I was younger.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah, I thought those videos, like the original ones, were all real. And I was like, oh shit. Oh, fuck. My dad would always watch like Bigfoot stuff on, you know, and I don't know, I'm kind of believing Bigfoot, so. But at the time he'd watch these, and I didn't know they were reenactments. I thought they were like actual videos. People like, you know, I'd see a Bigfoot open their window or like punch through and like scream. As a kid, I was so terrified. I was like, oh my god! And he lived in the country too, so I imagine Bigfoot was always outside. And my dad was an asshole. He would like make Bigfoot noises, and he would just make like these scary noises at night to fuck with me. And yeah, no, I've got a big fear of Bigfoot as a 24-year-old male. So.
Well, hey man, as a 24-year-old man myself, I am petrified of the dark.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I put a big brave face on. I'll just walk outside at like 2 a.m. by myself. But
nope.
Sometimes it's scary, especially when I get really bad anxiety around like crowds, and then also at night when I'm driving, I get really bad anxiety. So I usually just go in the early mornings to go shopping, or if I do go shopping, I have to put like headphones in my ears and play like loud music. So.
Me too, man. I'm glad I'm not the only one on that one.
Yeah, but I'm pretty social, so it's really weird. Like I can make good conversation, but I don't like big crowds of people, even parties. I'm just like, I get, you know, I freak out. If you talk to me, I seem normal, but in my head, I'm pretty sure my blood pressure is like really high whenever I'm talking to a bunch of people.
I have that exact same feeling. It's like, hey, how's it going? Followed by the thought, I am fucking this up.
Yeah. You overthink everything. You're like, oh man, do they like me? Do they hate me?
Oh, they think I'm weird. And it's like somebody you've known for years. Like, oh, they think I'm a freak, man.
Oh, what the fuck? You're at the Wendy's drive-thru. Sir, will that be it?
Why did I give her 20 for something that was $10, man? Why did I do that?
Did I really just say that out loud? Sir, are you done with your order?
Leaning out the window. God, I hope I'm not fucking this up, like, into the microphone.
Yeah, you're screaming.
Wow, I hope I'm doing okay.
You've seen that one thing where the dude's like, all right, put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. He goes into the place. Put the money in my ass. He's like, what? He shoots the guy. He runs out.
Oh man, do you ever watch like failed robbery videos?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was just watching
Oh,
Fells earlier. So
did you see that one guy that he was like wearing a fedora and he tried to rob a bank?
that sounds familiar. Sounds really familiar.
They just like ignored him. It was weird.
I'd seen one lady try to rob a jewelry store, and she went like in their high-end room in the back where they have like a big vault they have to go into. So she's like trying to steal this stuff, and the dude just walks out the door and closes the vault on her and locks the door.
Hell yeah.
And she's all just sitting there chill, collecting her items. Like she knows she's locked in there, and she just waits. And then she tries to give the police $50 to let her go.
$50.
She's a high bidder.
Allow me to bribe you on camera, sir.
I know, they're just like, sorry. Maybe if there weren't cameras. I'd take it. Fuck, $50, hell yeah.
Give me one of
Insert monetary denotation here.
these that you have with you.
We'll split him.
I will look the other way and you can go off to whatever shack you came from, man.
Go ahead, lady. They'd like scoot her out with their like leg, and push her out with a broom. All right.
Sir, you're letting her go? I didn't see shit.
but he just walks away. But yeah, the horror thing's been pretty cool. So
That's good to hear. Did you want, like, are you going to continue doing the horror thing, or are you going to revert back to your story time implementation?
oh no, I'm done with animation. I mean, I do little animations every now and then, but nothing that I want to do on this channel. Maybe I'll do more later on. I was thinking about animating my own horror stories. Not all of them, because that would just take way too long. But I think maybe one a month, because I can probably do like 10 minutes of animation in probably in about a month, if I were to like just off and on and do it the way I like it. Because with the storytime animations, I mean, I was trying to, make Daddy Algorithm happy, so I was, they weren't like the best animations. It was a lot of like tweening and, not frame by frame work that I really enjoy doing. So pretty the cheap way out. But yeah, I mean, I've been hit up by other animators that do like horror story animations, and they've asked like, "Hey, can I use your audio for this video?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, go for it. That's cool." So that'll be interesting.
No.
Yeah, no, that's my work. Get out of here, stinky.
I did all the work. Why should I let you reap the benefits?
Oh man, I mean, it's so funny because like collabing with other narrators, our thing is typically we're not gonna do like new audio. We're just gonna send you like audio we've done before, and that's just kind of the thing that we do. I don't know if it's like an unspoken thing, but unless you get sent a script and they're like, "Hey, can you read the script for me?" and it's like maybe 3 stories. Typically they're just gonna say, "Hey, yo, give me some watch time. Here, give me some audio." I'll be like, "Oh, here's an hour. Here you go. Take that." And it's pretty beneficial for both parties because their audience probably hasn't seen you, and your audience probably hasn't seen them. So even if they do find that story later on their channel, they'll just be like, "Oh, I remember this one. Cool." So
Yeah. Have you, so this happened to me a little bit ago, but have you ever recorded lines for a story/character that you didn't know what that character was doing?
oh yeah, all the time. I do that all the time until I watch the video. I'm like, yes. So sometimes they'll send me a script with everyone's lines, or sometimes they'll just send me my lines, and they'll maybe put something a little bit before it, like, "Hey, you guys, this is a situation a little bit. What's happening?" Or I'll talk to them on Discord, and they'll say like, "Hey, yeah, this is kind of just if you can kind of have like a smoother voice, or I'll do more of a dramatic reading if they tell me to." But I've got there's one channel called the Lizard Queen ASMR, and I've been doing recurring characters in that one, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I just like working with her, so that's it's ASMR, so I have to like really kind of like soothe in my voice even more than I usually do when I read. Some of it's a little seductive, so it's kind of weird to say it like that, but yeah. So I gotta like sound like I guess like a horny vampire. Let's put it like that.
I've actually heard that self-criticism a lot from other narrators that I talk to offhand. It's like, I recorded some lines that sounded way too seductive. I gotta go back and re-record.
Yeah, they come out. I mean, oops, I hit my mic there, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people are really confident doing it. Me, I'm just like, it's so weird. It's weird talking to people, and they're like, it's weird. Oh, okay, so I'll rephrase it. It's weird talking to girls, and they'll be like, "You have a really sexy voice." I'm like, "Thanks." I'm like, that's my voice. And I don't know. Just sometimes I try to pitch up my voice so that way it's not so deep.
You just gotta go full nerd.
Yeah.
I really like your voice. It's really sexy.
Yeah,
thank you.
I appreciate that. But
man, that's really cool of you.
wow. You see like my white? I can't do it very well.
Do you guys play Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh man, I actually love
I
Dungeons and
do.
Dragons.
Me too.
It's fun. But
that's why I love making that joke. Do you like Dungeons and Dragons? I'm like, I do. I really do.
Wow, I got to go play some D&D. Can I get a spot check over here for my virginity?
Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh my god, the next time I ask somebody out on a date, I'm gonna roll a d20.
Yeah. What are the chances
But I'm not
of
gonna
us
tell them what
hitting
for.
this off? Roll it.
Hi, nice to meet you. Just throw the die on the table, you roll one. Fuck! Okay, I guess I gotta go.
It was really nice meeting you. I'm gonna go die now. As you walk out to the door, a boulder falls on you. Should have done a spot check.
Roll a 10, and you're just like, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
There might be
You're
sex
saying
tonight.
there's a chance.
Yeah. You roll a 20 before you meet her, you just walk in naked. What's up? I'm very confident.
Look, man, the die said so.
Yeah, the dice never lies.
Then she's like, damn it, she has to roll her d20.
Oh yeah, holy shit. The dungeon master walks in. He's got chains and stuff. You guys ready?
He's got the little board that he sets up.
Yeah.
Roll to talk about my day.
Holy shit.
1. Today was okay.
Dear diary, you're never gonna believe what just happened.
My day was a fucking dork.
So
was
what got you, if I can kind of ask a question, what got you into doing this, kind of like doing interviews or so to speak?
This was born out of a basic want that I had from years of watching YouTube. Like, because I grew up like watching like early Markiplier and Angry Video Game Nerd and Smosh, Shane Dawson, you know?
Old but gold.
Yeah, and there was a part of me, it's the same stance I take for like celebrities, like your typical Hollywood celebrity. It's like, man, I would love to just sit down and talk to them.
That's cool. That's a really, yeah, mine's more, I just wanted to make money. No, I'm just kidding.
Money.
money. No, I mean, I've been fortunate now to make money off of this, but yeah, for the longest time I just did it for fun. So I'm not really trying to make super big bucks, but if I could make a living off of this full time and not worry about like, oh man, I gotta work today. Like, I mean, it's still work.
I wish I had a camera to turn to and go like, hey, Raid Shadow Legends, I will sell out so fucking fast,
Oh, yeah.
you would not believe it.
Yeah, I think I did a fake Raid Shadow Legends. What do you call it? Like a sponsor.
Like an ad reading?
Yeah, an ad reading for my friend's channel because he was like, "You got the Raid Shadow Legends voice, do it." Well, I did that.
Raid.
Raid Shadow Legend. You know, obviously I like the effect. I was like, Raid Shadow. I'm not gonna do it right now, but yeah, you kind of get
I just, like, but no, like, I wanted to make a YouTube channel for a really long time, and I kept, like, talking myself out of it. Like to this day, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I mean, my weirdest thing I would say with like YouTube was I made the mistake of like telling coworkers I did YouTube, and you know, they would watch my videos and they'd be in the break room, everyone's watching my video, and I'm just like, my eyes are wide. I'm just like, oh shit, what did I do? And holy shit, how fucking embarrassing. And now I'm getting to a point where it's like, this is pretty cool. I like doing this, so I'm like telling all my family, I make YouTube videos. Like, watch my shit.
If my numbers are correct, most of my immediate family knows, and then like a select handful of friends, and then 2 people online know what I look like.
Oh man, there's so many people that know my real name and stuff now. Like, and
If I'm
I made
lucky,
my face
nobody
public,
will.
so yeah.
Well, one of my favorite questions I was asked is like, "Well, at 1 million subscribers, are you going to do a face reveal?" No.
Yeah, be one of those faceless YouTubers. I think I should have done that. I should have never done a face reveal. But
And shutting down this channel and opening a new
I
channel.
know, I'll just close it. What's up, guys? It's Sanjan. No relation.
Like same channel art and everything.
Yeah,
but
just switch the name around, just flip it. It's not even
all
a good edit.
new,
I
all
just
different.
I MS Paint it and just kind of copy and paste it around. It's not even blended or nothing.
Well, I like the privacy of having the mask.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to have that anonymity of it all and just like wonder, like, what do they look like? I just want to know. And then having people try to dox you, that's gotta be. But I'm sure, like, you know, there's probably people out there that eventually will be like, man, what does he look like? I gotta know.
I mean, I've gotten a few questions. I've had a couple people try to guess my name, which has been hilarious. Is your name Jacob? No. No, it's not. I promise you it's not.
Start guessing guy names. Yo, David? Chaz? It's like just any name.
What I love is that they didn't, like, introduce the, hey, I'm going to guess your name. It was just, hey, Fresman, how's it going, Ryan? I'm like, that's not it.
Good try.
Like, not even close, man.
People always call me Kevin. I've been called Kevin, like, both online and IRL before. And I'm like, I don't even look like a Kevin. So, and it would happen a lot at work when I was like 16. It started, and I was like, where are people getting this from? And it's happened progressively over the years. People have been like, hey, Kevin. I'm like, I'm not Kevin. Who is Kevin?
I had this interaction with, it was another horror narrator. I was in a group voice chat, and I had been drinking that night, and here's the thing. I get more logical when I'm drunk. Not more effective, but just more logical. And so, like, you can hear that I'm drunk, and people are like, what's your real name, huh? Where'd you get the name Fresman from, huh? And they're just like, cause I'm Fresman. That's me. I'm Fresman.
Get all deep.
My name is that because that's me.
That's me. I'm Fresman. Reminds me of Half-Life. Sometimes I think about cheese. It's so random. I'm Fresman.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Oh yeah, sometimes I dream about it. His voice is so smooth.
I still haven't found out who the voice actor for, like, most of the citizens are. I desperately want to know because I want to talk to him.
Do the line. Do the thing.
Please, I sent you the lines. Just read it.
That's so funny. I like that Snake did that. He's like dummy thick. The voice actor for him.
Clap on my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
Yeah. Dummy thick. Oh, crap. Clap my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. He's all serious when he's doing it.
Oh, I love, like, reading, like, villain quotes in a nerd voice. Like, have you seen, like, Infinity War?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
It's kind of...
And now it is here. Or should I say, I am.
So anticlimactic.
Which, in context, in that movie, is one of the best villain intros I've ever seen.
All that for a drop of blood.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
I got you.
Did you do it? Yeah. What did it cost? Everything. You should have gone for the head. And like the most like.
I'm the Iron Man.
And I am Iron Man.
Holy shit.
Dormammu, I want a bargain.
What's that one line? I'm trying to remember. Did you ever see Watchmen?
I think I know what one you're talking about, and I remember the line. I have walked across the surface of the sun.
Oh my gosh.
The world's smartest man means no more of a threat to me than it does its smartest termite. Which is the scariest fucking line in that movie.
Oh, there's a really good... Well, I don't want to get off the subject here, but I'll have to send it to you afterwards when we're done here. But
Oh, don't worry. We're already off the rails.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely... So, yeah, there's a really funny video where... Well, I can't even say it because it'll ruin it. The listeners will have to look it up too. So look up Steve Jobs Ligma. Just look up that. Watchmen.
Have you seen the video with Mark Zuckerberg?
No, I haven't.
It's him during a live stream, and somebody types the phrase, "Mark, give me the Zuck." And he's like, "What does that mean? Can somebody in the chat tell me what that means?" But he's so happy to read it too. He's like, and so says, "Mark, give me the Zuck."
I'm looking at the I found the video. I'm looking at it. He's like laughing at it. I'll try my best to give it for you. He's just his big smile. He's got this huge smile.
If you send that to me, I'll put it in the link for all the wonderful party people at home.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is the one I found. Mark, give me the Zuck. This huge smile on his face.
I just love how he's desperately trying to put two and two together. What does that mean? Someone tell me.
So weird because he made the biggest social networking thing, but he's like antisocial. He was like,
yeah. What was the? There's one joke that's been making the rounds between me and a couple of narrators. It's that gif of Jeb Bush during one of his press meetings. He's like, "We're gonna fix like the American healthcare system, and then he stops and he goes, "Please clap."
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's rough. It's rough. But every time I'm like in a voice chat with somebody and like a joke just doesn't get a laugh, I'm like, "Look, please clap."
Oh, I found this one says, "When I come out as bi and my family doesn't care because they think it's just a phase." Please clap. Jesus, my God.
Ooh, I was taking a drink of water. Oh,
Some pretty bad ones here. Holy hell. Yeah.
see, that's how you know it's a good joke. Is that? Oh Jesus, there's a couple here, man.
Yeah, all my best memes I sent to Let's Read for his meme page. But I think he's got like a meme source that he goes to for all of his. He's got a meme guy.
So, would you say that the answer I've heard is fairly universal, but I think I want your answer on this too. Would you say that the horror community on YouTube is very welcoming?
Welcoming?
Yes.
No, man, they're no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're great. So
Fuck them.
they're all very very nice people. I mean, you're gonna run into an asshole every now and then, but typically, it's like it's not even so much that they're being an asshole. Some people are. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, so they're pretty nice. But there's gonna be people. There's like this unspoken role that no one really knows about, but you do after a while. That if you're gonna be like doing narrations, you gotta ask authors. You gotta say, "Hey, can I read your story?" You gotta ask them. But there's some bad apples that don't know, or they're just new to it. There's some ones that do know and they still do it, and they're starting to get called out for it. And I'm not gonna name drop anybody, but yeah, there's some that are like well over like 500,000 subs, and they still do it, and they've been like pretty much blacklisted on some of these communities. So
I wish I knew like a list of narrators just on hand, and then I had a camera to stare into, just like, yeah, at Slumber Reads.
Oh shit.
But just like I have no context. I don't even know if they do that. So it's just like, yeah, specific channel.
No.
Yeah, GenSen.
Slumber's good. He's a good boy. But I think I was talking to Slumber the other day. Actually, it was probably a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and he was saying how I think he did that in the beginning by accident. He didn't know, and I did in the beginning too. I still credited the authors, but I didn't know you're supposed to ask first. And it wasn't until they one of the authors, I would send them the video link. I'd be like, "Hey man, I did a video of your story. Here you go. What do you think?" And then usually they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. Thank you so much." But then at one point someone was like, "I didn't want that read anywhere. I just posted this." And I was like, "Oh shit." So they gave me a fucking strike. And I was like, "Oh, fuck." So, I removed the video. And I was like, well, I guess I'll ask everybody from now on. So, but
yeah,
I have every time I've asked, it only say out of every 100 stories I ask, maybe 2 people will say like, "Oh, please put me as anonymous," or "No, I don't want my story read." So it's most people don't mind it, and they think it's pretty cool, and so there's no reason why you shouldn't ask.
Yeah, and even then, especially looking at it from the point of view of some of the authors out there, a lot of times it's not just a scary story. It could be a story dealing with a specific type of trauma that is very personal to them.
Oh yeah, I've had those, definitely. Those stories come in, and I gotta kind of tread the water carefully when I ask them, and I don't want to just be like, "Let me use your story for my monetary gain." I don't want to be like that. And
can I make money off your story?
Yeah, for real. I mean, essentially that's what we're all doing. But I like, a lot of my comments are like, "Wow, these stories have helped me out a lot. I've had something similar happen to me, and it's great that someone else has had the strength to share this. Can I share my story with you?" And and then I have that opportunity. I've had the pleasure to talk to a lot of these authors, and just about the experience. Typically I'll read it, and I'll put the video up, I'll share it to them, and then they'll thank me whatever for reading it, and then I'll just talk to them like, so I mean, is there anything, or they'll talk to me more in depth, like, hey, if you want any more information about it, and I'll just talk to them. And I try not to like linger on too many subjects like that, because I used a lot of comedy to deflect kind of serious situations. But I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, wow, that really happened to you, that's crazy, you probably had it coming. I'd say some dark joke like that and just fucking ruin them. So yeah. I'm just bad at that kind of stuff. So I do my best to try to like empathize with people, and just be a good person in general. But there's like a side of me that's like really bad at with empathy, and I steer away with it with comedy, and usually it's like dark comedy. So
yeah, you want to hear something terrible?
Oh yeah.
I once got the giggles at a funeral.
That's pretty bad. Fuck.
Yeah. So like my family in general will deflect tragedy with comedy, and there were some pretty good jokes leading up to the cemetery. Just like, is that is the hearse just like an SUV?
Fuck.
And we're like, is that like, we're parking next to it? Like, is that just a fucking? Because the guy said to park next to the hearse, and I don't see like a regular hearse anywhere. And I get kind of giggly when I'm nervous. And I'm standing there, and it's very solemn, sad. Everybody's, reflecting and all this. And I look over, and there's some long lost relative, and it's snowing outside, and they're wearing high heels. And so I'm just watching them struggle through the snow in high heels.
Fuck, at this sad event, and I'd probably laugh too. I mean, you're gonna be sad, but it's good to laugh, and I think it's only natural.
Well, it's worse when it's not like, it's so not funny that it becomes even funnier.
Oh yeah, because it's so inappropriate to laugh at that in that that whole day. There should be like really no laughing in such a random spot too, like that. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine.
Well, thankfully I was standing by like my cousins who were kind of like me in that respect, so I was kind of looking down at the ground, and I see that happening over to the side, and just like hand over mouth and nose, just like.
God damn.
And like I said, I was far away, thankfully, and I look over, my cousin looks at me like I'm insane. I'm just like.
Oh my god.
There is footage of little kid me laughing through a wedding.
I'm trying to
and
think if I've ever done something like that.
I was the best man.
You're just fucking cracking up. Do you take this woman? You're just fucking dying back there. Are there any objections?
In my defense, it was like 17 years ago. And so I'm like little kid in like an oversized tuxedo. It's on there is a wedding videotape out there of like people holding hands, they're saying the vows, and I'm just red in the face and fucking cackling to myself.
Man, I've had something similar happen recently. I was at the DMV, and I was watching. It was the first time I saw the Steve Jobs Ligma video. So you guys will know once you see it. But yeah, I was on Twitter, and it caught me off guard. So I've seen the video, and I'm sitting there, and it's like it's a bunch of people in there, and it's dead fucking quiet. And I'm just waiting for my little chair to be called, and I see the video, and I'm staring at it with just this blank face, and it finishes, And then like my brain, whenever like I hear a joke or something, it takes a couple seconds for it to really process. So I'm sitting there staring at my phone, and I've already turned the video off. And I scroll down, and I scroll back to the video, and I click on it again. And then the joke just kind of snaps in my head. And I'm just like fucking dying laughing in the seat. And it's so quiet and so uncomfortable. I'm laughing harder and harder. I'm just like, I'm looking around now hysterically. And people are just staring at me, and that's making me laugh even more. So then I'm like, fuck. I couldn't stop laughing. And they're going to take my fucking picture at this point. I'm still chuckling. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just saw something funny. And they're just like, there's a bunch of people waiting too. And I'm just trying to fucking fill out this paperwork. And I can just see that they're so pissed. And I mean, finally I got it in the wraps. But fuck. I mean, I went to my car and I looked at the video again. And I kept cracking up. So I just cracked up at the situation that had just happened. It's so embarrassing.
Oh. Bark.
Come here, Sid. Good boy. Now eat the toys. Come on.
Sit, boo-boo, sit.
Yeah.
Good dog.
All right, Lassie. Time to put you down now. Oh, shit. What'd I do?
Oh, my God. They're going nuts. I might have to cut part of this out. Oh, my goodness.
What I typically do with audio, that way I know what part to cut out, I'll just go like this, like, and then you have like this big, like, spike in audio, and you know where to cut out. So,
I think I might have that same audio spike from one of the dogs barking. That is okay.
But yeah. So, did you have any other questions you could think of?
It occurs to me I don't think I warned anybody. Whoops.
Oh yeah, I texted my brother and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be doing this for a while, so don't knock on my door." So,
well, I mean, we don't have to have questions. We can just shoot the shit.
We could just shoot the shit.
Yeah, unless you get somewhere else to be.
Not really.
Which is fine.
I mean, after this, I was probably gonna play some video games. I do have a story I need to read because I have my friend. He's an author, and he's been working on this story for me for probably a month now, and kind of off and on. Well, he was working on some other narrator stories. He finally got to mine, and he wrote it. So it's gonna be more like a documentary style video that I'm gonna be doing, and having more visuals and things in the video. It probably won't be a super long video because it's only like 1,000 words. So it'll be like maybe. I'll try to stretch it out to like a 3 or 4 minute video instead of like my hour-long videos. So, but it'll be like a lot of editing, so that'll be fun. I try to make it look like a movie. So yeah, I did that for one narrator. I made her like whole thing look like, you know, a bunch of stock footage that went with the story, and it made it look like a movie. And then it was cool. I liked it. So.
What games do you play?
Well, I was playing Overwatch for like ever, and then finally I deleted it because it just took over my whole life. And me and Let's Read were playing Insurgency. We were playing that yesterday, and I think that was his first time playing it, and my first time playing it as well. And I really enjoyed it. It's pretty cool.
Was it the original or the newer one?
The newer one. I thought he was talking about the original one, so I turned that one on, and he was like, "I don't see you in game." I was like, "I don't see you either." And I looked, and I was like, "Oh, you're on the fucking new one, asshole." I was like, "Okay, well, let me go buy that shit and download it." So
what was the other one that got like a new version? It was Chivalry Medieval Warfare.
Oh, did they make a new one of that?
Well, it used to be that source mod, and then apparently there's a new full version that came around.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And apparently it's super in depth. It's I watched a video where a guy gets his ass handed to him it's from his perspective, but he's fighting a guy with just his fists, and he's like ducking and weaving a greatsword.
Holy shit! I mean, you can do that in Chivalry though. Like you can duck and stuff. Maybe I'm thinking of the new one. Maybe there's an older version of Chivalry that I haven't played.
Yeah, the old Source version was kind of jank, but it's like that kind of endearing jank.
Let's see. I'm just looking it up real quick.
Sure thing.
Chivalry Silver War. I mean, yeah, I played Chivalry. Silver War. Polaris.
Oh man, do you remember Pirates, Vikings, and Knights?
I don't. What is that?
It's, well, as described, it's you have 3 factions to choose from, and they all have their own like set weapons and.
Oh, I just clicked on it. Looking at pictures. Some of the pictures look like RuneScape almost. Like this older version of it, I guess. Actually, no, it looks better in RuneScape.
I tried to get into RuneScape. What do you think of RuneScape?
Oh, I played it for like 15 years, so I like it.
I showed up way too late to the party.
Yeah, I think I started when I was like 9, so.
Yeah, there was one. Do you remember Fusion Fall?
That sounds familiar too. What the fuck? Fusion Fall.
Cartoon Network Fusion Fall.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I think you're the first person I've talked to that's like, yeah, I remember it, because everybody else is like, that sounds dumb. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm being gaslit, essentially.
I never played it though, but I do remember watching videos on it and seeing commercials and stuff. And I was like, man, I want to play that so bad. I want to be a part of that. I wonder if there's still back servers for it.
You know, if I remember, there is a project to like emulate a server for it, but as far as I can tell, that game has been gone for a very long time.
I mean, I probably wouldn't even play it, but pretty cool though. I mean, at the time, yeah, if I was like, when it first came out, I probably would have played it every day.
What's your favorite game, or your current favorite?
I mean, I was doing Overwatch for a while and I stopped, so right now, I've been in between like Killing Floor 2. I played that one a lot. You know what I played? I got a lot of hours in Gary's mod. I would do like Dark RP.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Dark RP a lot. Took up a lot of my life. Trouble in Terrace Town. And, Prop Hunt. Just kind of the classics. Yeah, but Killing Floor 2, just got back into that one. I mean, it's so repetitive in a sense where you're just like, kill a zombie. Alright, next wave. And then kill the boss. But it's kind of that game where it's like, it's fun to do it. So, I don't know. I need to find a new game. I've played so many games, though, and it's just like, I have a really weird taste when it comes to video games. Like, I even downloaded the Halo when it finally came out again on PC, and it just felt so slow. Like, after years of playing all these new games that everything's so fast-paced, you come back to Halo, and it's like, oh, I remember this game being really fun when I was like 13. And now, yeah, there's nostalgia to it, but it feels so slow. I feel like I don't know, like you're just kind of walking essentially, trying to kill people. You're not really like doing these crazy dives or jumping or using. Yeah, you can use your jetpack and stuff, but it's still like an easy headshot. It just, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten used to games having bullet drop now and things like that.
I have the opposite issue where, like, going back to older games, I'm better at them, but then when it comes to like Overwatch, there will be times where there is so much, like, there's so many like effects going on that I can't even tell what's happening anymore.
I think that's where like my ADHD kicks in, because I can just, yeah, with Overwatch I feel like it's just an extension of my body essentially. That's how fucking in depth I am with that game. But
I'm like that with like Half-Life 2 Deathmatch.
Yeah. Oh, and I recently got Star Wars: The Jedi Fallen Order. That game's pretty cool.
I've yet to check that out. I really want to.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's got a great story. The action, everything is pretty decent. I mean, it feels like you're almost playing It's like a mixture of like Dark Souls and it's like you mix Dark Souls with Assassin's Creed.
I would actually dig that on a larger scale.
Yeah, that's what.
Like a whole city to run around in.
Yeah, you got these huge maps, and you go to different worlds and things like that, and just the Star Wars aspect of it all, and then you can customize your lightsaber when you find different parts, and it's super cool. And you find like these new monsters that you've never seen, unless you've read like canon comics and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. So, yeah. And then when it comes to horror games, I'm a big fucking pussy when it comes to horror games. So I just can't really play them. I can, but I get legit fucking scared and I'll like scream. So.
Oh my god, the dog is still going.
What kind of dog do you have?
Well, there's one. I know which dog it is, but she can't hear you. She's deaf. So, like, you can't really tell her to quiet down.
Is it like a little dachshund or it sounds miniature?
Chewini.
It is Chewini, yeah. I used to have 11 Chewinis.
At once?
At once, yeah. I had 2 dachshunds, and then they both got pregnant by the same Chihuahua. So then we had 9 Chewinis. And then the 2 dachshunds. And we got rid of the fucking Chihuahua because he was like a little asshole. So
there's some of my favorite types of dogs.
They're awesome. They're just like, we had a doggy door, and I think I was like 12, and I would come home from school, and they looked like sausage links rolling in through the doggy door one by one. I'd jump on the floor and I'd lay there, and they'd all jump over me and just like, you have these, well, it sounds kind of weird saying it, but yeah, you have these wieners essentially all over you. Yeah.
I heard that snap.
Another good game is Warhammer Vermintide. Fun. Yeah.
I've been trying to get into like Warhammer 40k.
Oh, that's great. I love the game.
And I just talked to Maskino the other day about it, but I feel like I've made a huge mistake in trying to get into it.
Wait, would you play the board game version, or would you get the PC version?
I'm just trying to learn the lore.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played a single thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Warhammer. You can get it, the old school game. It's still pretty, like, there's a lot of servers. People play it all the time. Which one is it? Warhammer, Total Warhammer 2. What is that? I mean, there's so many Warhammer games, actually.
And then there's, like, Warhammer Space Marine on, like, the Xbox.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. I played the, I don't know, my brother bought
What?
it.
God, what was the, I've been chatting to a lot of people today about this, but have you seen Astartes?
Astartes?
Yes.
No. What is it? Astartes. Here it is.
It's a 5-parter short film series done by one person.
This looks like Fallout. I'm just gonna say it now.
It's great, especially I'm just learning, and usually when I get into something new, I have to learn as much as I can about it. But with Warhammer, that's like 20 some odd years of lore that I have to catch up on.
Yeah, it's been going on for. Wow, this looks great. I'm looking at the Astartes kind of.
Yeah.
Video. Holy. One guy.
One guy, man.
I wonder if he has a motion capture suit. How he's doing this.
Apparently, from what I've heard, it's all hand animated.
Looks great. Yeah, if he's doing it by hand.
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching part 1, that is nothing compared to what's to come.
Oh, it started me at part 4, but.
Oh.
Here's part 5. Wow, holy shit. Um, 2 years ago. He's like a Harry Partridge. He releases them every couple months. Harry Partridge.
But I like that video series. So I love power armor. Like I like armor in general in fiction. And so when you see like the Space Marines messing stuff up, I'm like, all right, guess I have to learn all about it now.
Get into the.
And whoops.
Yeah, this looks great. Holy shit, for one guy. Definitely has like this CGI from like 2008 aspect to it though. But that's what you would expect. It almost looks like the animated version of Final Fantasy. Advent Children, kind of those graphics.
Yeah, I'd watch a full like 2-hour film with no dialogue and just Space Marines fighting stuff.
Yeah, with this art style for sure, it looks great.
Yeah,
I love it. I mean,
but
holy shit! I mean, it reminds me. Holy, I'm watching it right now, and just the way like these people are getting killed, it feels like I'm watching like Akira almost, or it's so fast and
has that snappiness to it.
That snappiness, that old school like. I don't know the way it should be. Way to put it.
It is how it should be.
Oh man, this looks great. Fuck, I wonder if he has like a GoFundMe or thing.
I believe he does.
Patreon. I might support this.
And,
this is really cool.
And if you party people, I'm not totally certain. Future me, try to verify this. I'm not sure if I've mentioned the Stardies on this show yet. But if you get the chance, please go check it out. Links will be in the description below.
You gotta get it out there. Every chance you can get.
Yeah.
I do it.
Well, like I tried, like, you know how you can kind of tell how big a fandom is just by how much lore there is, but known offhand by anybody?
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good way to put it. I feel it's almost
like
a part of history.
Yeah, like with Star Wars, you mentioned like, oh, I've seen A New Hope. It's like, oh, okay, well, before that is Revenge of the Sith, and then after that is Empire, and then this happens, and this, you know.
Yeah, it feels like it's almost common knowledge.
Yeah,
so weird.
And I figured, hey, a great place to start would just to learn about the Space Marines, because that can't be that complicated, and it turns out it's one of the most complicated facets of the 40K universe.
I actually don't know that much about 40K. I mean, I played the game a bit, but yeah, I haven't really gone into the lore too much. I know my brother's more into it, and it's really fascinating. I never have enough time in the day to kind of go over these things. But I mean, I wonder if there's people that just talk about it all day. There's like podcasts.
Well, I had to. I was watching a video that was explaining all the factions. I'm like, all right, this will give me a good starting off point as to where I should then start. Like, what faction should I learn about first? And he starts with like the Imperium of Man, which is like your Space Marine, your civilians, your, you know, base level stuff. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna look up how Space Marines are made, and it's like a 2-hour video on just the process on how Space Marines are created.
I mean, there's definitely some channels I watch. Not so much in depth on that, but I mean, I'll watch like they break down like Dragon Ball Z characters and their specs and stuff. I'm like, man, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got my guilty pleasures like that. Where people probably wouldn't think I watch those kind of things, but I like those kind of videos. I like just learning stuff, really.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's cool. It's cool to be able to like pull it out. Well, not like that, but it's cool to be able to pull out one of those subjects and then somebody else be like, "Oh yeah," and it's like, "Oh shit, you know."
No, you gotta double down. Boy, it's great to be able to just whip it out whenever you need to.
It's great to just hang loose, full of juice. But yeah,
Just drop a big thing of big throbbing knowledge on somebody.
holy shit.
Has this video become age restricted? Did it happen?
Not yet. It's like screaming profanities.
See, the interview is not over yet.
Not quite yet. Markiplier. By now, he realized he had fucked up.
God, that's a good impression.
Yeah, I do too many impressions. All right, boys, sip hour's over. Keep scrolling.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, bitter. You gotta say with a B. Hey, bitter.
What? For fuck's sake.
Bitter, did you really just do the Running Man challenge in front of me? And then start laughing at me. He's here.
I feel like that would be an episode of Family Guy.
Oh my god. Bitter, I'm not a blood. I'm a crip.
Blood in, blood out.
Holy shit. You get shot 3 times in the legs. I didn't even feel a thing that time.
Try harder.
I can't do a scream. That's the hardest thing ever.
Oh, don't. If it's gonna fuck you up, don't do it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I've attempted it so many times. Even when I'm driving by myself, usually I do a lot of voices then to practice. But it's really challenging, so.
The one I used to do offhand was Marvin the Martian.
Oh, I can't do it. I haven't even tried it. I never tried this voice before.
It's
Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
Holy shit, that's spot on. Oh my gosh. You ever play VR chat? You should definitely do that voice.
Yeah.
Prepare to be disintegrated.
That's fucking, holy crap. That's really good.
Well, what's funny is, like, in terms of Looney Tunes voices, that the Marvin the Martian voice is also incredibly similar to the Idiot Lion. Do you want one lump or two?
I want a whole lot of lumps.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I wonder who does Marvin the Martian.
Mel Blanc?
Voice actor.
Used to be. What's the...
Oh, okay, interesting.
What's the name of the vulture?
Which one?
Looney Tunes vulture. I can't remember.
Looney Tunes vulture. Let me look up.
Vulture.
Oh yeah, Beaky Buzzard.
That's right, I'm a vicious bird of prey.
I can.
Or was it whenever he starts laughing, he's like, no.
His little Adam's apple jiggling.
I did that to somebody while playing GTA Online.
That's right.
Flying a helicopter. That's right, I'm a vicious bird of prey.
I'll typically do like a Shaggy voice or something like that just to mess with people. Everyone likes the Chill's voice, so I'll just be like,
Like you just totally killed me.
I can't do it right now. It'll be too loud. But yeah, to do the Shaggy, I gotta like yell it almost.
I used to play like matches of Counter-Strike, and I'd get like the taser.
Oh my god.
Just do the Marvin the Martian.
Oh my god.
Prepare to be disintegrated.
They're probably like, this asshole. God damn it.
Stop!
Freaking.
Well, one of my favorite horrifying noises to make is that, like, that heavy, like, nerd breathing, just the...
Do you guys like video games?
The sweaty nerd.
They put in the inhaler.
Yeah. Hitting the vape.
Just taking a hit of my weed pen.
Oh my God.
That's right. I'm one of the cool kids.
Actually, it's a dab.
Are you telling me you don't inject marijuanas?
Excuse me, sir. Might I inquire some of your finest marijuana?
Where would one buy a weed needle? Future me in editing, can you do me a huge favor? There's a photo I have saved on my computer, and it's a photo of a kid curled up into a ball. It says, "I tried weed once, now I'm gay."
Oh, yeah. It only takes one hit of weed to become gay. That's a good kiss, eh?
Have you seen that educational video on sex before marriage?
That sounds familiar too. Fuck.
It's like a classroom full of kids, and they're having a sex ed class, and they're teaching don't do it before marriage because it can kill you or something like that. And one of the boys raises his hand and goes, "But teacher, what if you've already had sex before marriage?" And the teacher just looks at him and with the most straight face ever goes, "Well, I guess you'll just have to be prepared to die."
God.
Just oh shit. Wow.
Fuck. Prepare to die. Pulls a gun out and shoots the kid square in the chest. Blast him to next week.
You just see the kid raise his hand. You see a red dot sight just slowly trail up his chest.
Oh fuck!
You don't hear the shot, but you hear the bullet zipping.
He looks like the dude on a Skinner Nightly. He just has explodes.
You hear a large beep, a huge beeping sound. Just beep beep. Beep.
Fuck.
Ugh. What do you watch scary movies?
Not really. I mean, I'll watch them when they come out, but I don't make it a thing. I'm not oh yes, it's a scary movie night. Nah. A lot of people in the community like scary movies and like horror and everything. I enjoy scary stories more than movies. I like cold case files, things like that nature. But when it comes to scary movies, probably the scariest one I've seen to date. I mean, it's not even scary; it's just jump scares. But probably Insidious. I'll say that one's good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I saw it in theaters when it first came out, and I was in the front fucking row because there's no seats. And me and two of my my boys were watching it. Man, we were all fucking jumping. It was so loud, and there was parts that you just didn't see him coming. They actually got me. They done got me, but.
Well, the prime example was the lipstick demon jump scare.
Oh yeah.
Where you see Patrick Wilson and the lipstick demon is shit right behind his head.
It's smiling, fucking. You just see Darth Maul right behind her. Him, yeah.
Oh man, I love the Phantom Menace.
The red face demon. Holy shit! I looked them up on.
What's that?
Funny cosplays of the red face demon on Google. You can look it up. It's just what the hell.
Future me, please put some images up.
Because they're beautiful, but one of the first things you see the red face demon, he's got a joint in his mouth too.
Hell yes.
Lipstick, red face.
The real villain, weed. That's the true villain of the Insidious franchise.
Looks pretty cool. I wonder who played him.
Do you imbibe in the weed?
Oh, do I smoke weed?
Do you?
I used to. I mean, if somebody's got weed, yeah, I'll smoke some. But I don't go out of my way to get it. So
That's a fair point. I'm kind of the same here. I like I don't smoke as much as often as I used to. But yeah, like once in a while if it's available. Like nowadays I use a little one of those resin pens.
oh yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, right? They're so easy. They don't burn as much.
Yeah, you just take a couple hits. You're cool. You're golden.
Literally golden for a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, you can really get fucking stoned. But yeah, I mean, I used to party a lot. Probably like I started pretty early, so like from like age 12 to like say like 17, pretty much did everything you could think of. And then I haven't done anything besides, smoke weed every now and then, drink beer. Past like 5-6 years, so
That's good.
I mean, I think everybody should partake in a good party every now and then and try new things, but obviously don't get fucking hooked on it and be like, where's the fucking rubber band, dude?
Yes, to say, go nuts, try new things. Heroin. Just minor things.
Minor life crippling thing, but
Minor life altering decisions.
just minor might kill you things.
Have you ever made the mistake of getting drunk and stoned at the same time?
Yeah, like a lot. Done that a lot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, typically. Shit, I mean, you should just black out when I do that. Yeah, because when I would party, I would drink a lot. And I didn't just drink beer, I drink like a bunch of, I think it was like vodka. I always drink vodka or
80% pure green alcohol.
stuff. Yeah, that with a little bit of orange juice.
Some paint thinner.
But a little paint thinner. A little paint thinner with some orange juice. And I know like orange juice or any sugars really metabolize the alcohol faster, so you just get more fucked up.
Have you ever heard of Midori?
Midori, that sounds Japanese. What's Midori?
It's a watermelon flavored alcohol mix, but it's alcoholic in itself. Only problem is it kind of hides the burn of alcohol.
I found it. Yeah, it's like a green bottle.
Yeah, and I made the mistake of, so I may be like 6'2" and heavyset, but I have the liver of like a toddler. Like, I'm not that big of a drinker. And my buddy, who's in the military, mixes me a drink, and I take a couple sips. I'm like, oh, this isn't strong at all. So I just down it, and then he mixes me like 3 more. And apparently they were very heavily alcoholic drinks.
You're just all fucked up.
Well, like, it usually hits my system all at once, and I hear one of my friends go, hey, we gotta walk down the street to go get a pizza that I had ordered, because the pizza shop's just right down the road. I'm like, alright, let's go. And I get to the top of the stairs, and everything's just like, and I was on a mountaintop, too, which I find to be the funniest part of that story. So it's just like a mountain town, and I'm just pissed drunk walking through the street. Like, God, there's a lot of bars around here, isn't there?
Man, I was so drunk one time. I had to pee really bad, and there was like no bathrooms. So we're walking down the street, and I created what I call the piss walk. So, your buds are walking. You don't want to like say like, yo, give me a second, I gotta pee. So what you do is you just turn around, you walk backwards, and you just take a piss while you're walking backwards.
Yeah, just be the exhaust for the friend bus that's walking.
It's the water drip. So it's the pee walk. That's what I did, and I continued doing it for a long time afterwards. And I'd probably do it till this day if I had to.
For a very real second, I thought you were gonna be like, "I'm doing it right now."
Yeah. I'm peeing on all over my computer.
Yeah,
I'm calling it the
liquid cooled CPU, man.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Next gen.
When's that Linus Tech Tips video?
Oh my gosh. I love
This PC's cooled by piss.
I love that meme picture of him where he's like got this like kind of weird. He's looking at the camera just so awkwardly.
Yeah, the camera's like kind of low, so he has to like keep his head level with it. He just looks weird and like tired.
Everybody always puts like, "I sent you nudes, please respond," or. Gross.
What was it? Oh God!
I'm looking at them right now. His face just looks so like defeated. Looks like
I need. You know what? At Linus Tech Tips on Twitter. Hey man, piss cooled PC. Let's collaborate on this one.
He'd probably try.
I've got more than enough, man.
If you give me time, we can try a semen experiment.
Give me like 2 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Oh, somebody edited him on the Bing on the fucking the Bing couch, whatever it is, the casting couch.
The casting couch, yeah.
Sitting on it. Holy shit.
I saw it's like an empty photo of the casting couch. It's like I heard my friends going in for the job interview. I wish them well. They sent me a photo from the interview room.
Oh my gosh.
I want to recreate that set for a live taping of Demasked and then just never call attention to it. Why is this really nice couch in this really small office with one desk and a camera? Welcome to Demasked.
Hey guys. No. I wonder casting couch. I'm gonna look it up.
Uh-oh.
For sale. Oh wait, I forgot there was that meme.
Be right back. I'm gonna type in casting couch.
I want to buy that couch.
Yeah, it is a weirdly nice couch, isn't it?
It looks like it'd be really comfortable to just kind of pass out on.
Nothing else nefarious, just to pass out on.
I wonder who made it. I wonder if it's like an IKEA couch. Like their couch has been in multiple pornos. 6 years.
I can tell.
Holy! Oh my gosh, this dude.
Do you sit there judging the furniture during the video?
There's this one channel on Pornhub, and he doesn't do porn. He just does like his titles and everything are like the opposite of porn, and it's typically a meme on porn. He'll be like helping my stepsister out of the dryer, and then he'll walk up to the stepsister, pull it out, and they'll give like a thumbs up.
Now here's the question: did Weekly Creeps send you the link to that?
You know what? I think he did.
Because so we were discussing meme accounts and we found that one and we were crying and I hear him go, I have to send this to people. I have to send this.
Yeah, he sent that to me yesterday. Holy shit, that's so funny.
Weekly, if you're watching this, we know. We know now.
Yeah, I started watching a whole bunch of those videos. I was watching it after. I was like, what is this? This is gold. There's a little hidden gem.
The guy has an OnlyFans account.
I wonder what he does. Did he just give a thumbs up?
The same thing.
That'd be my only OnlyFans subscription would be him.
And so there I think it's in the sidebar. He has one video that you have to pay to see, and it's like father tells you that he loves you. It's $100.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. He's actually a genius. Holy shit.
Well, like, that and his smile is just so genuine.
It looks like he's got sad eyes. He's got like a good smile. He's like, he has a story to tell you. I feel like he's got like unfinished business that he's coming back to tell you. He's got to let you know, but he's gonna go ahead and take care of this thing first.
He's gonna tell you that he's proud of you first, and then he's gonna tell you the bad news.
Yeah, like you did a really good job today, son. Just, he has a really big smile. Also, mom's dead. Like it's like really tragic.
Oh, starting off strong, aren't we? I think on that nice plateau right there, I think on the mom's dead plateau. Son of a bitch.
That's the best way to do it.
Like, I have this image in my head of like this episode. Like, the image in my head is this episode is like live in like live action, like a Letterman type deal. And I'm just imagining like,
we'll be right back.
just like sitting there in awkward silence and like turn to the camera like, well, time to call this episode to an end.
Oh, there's just that one bad joke. Everyone just kind of stares. It's like, oh.
Even the one guy, like how Jay Leno has that one guy in the band that laughs at every joke.
Oh yeah, he's just like, oh man, he just stares.
Yeah, even he's like, Jesus, dude.
He's just shaking his head no.
Like, look of shock and horror, just like, wow, okay.
Holy shit!
But I think with that we are approaching the hour and 35-minute mark. Where did all the time go, man?
All right, I'm at an hour and 33 on mine. I don't know what happened.
But I think with that we will draw this to a close. Thank you so much, GenSen, for coming on.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Had a lot of fun. I drank all my water. I gotta pee really bad now. But if you guys are watching this...
Now you gotta walk backwards and piss across your room.
I'm gonna pee walk all the way to the bathroom, and hopefully there's a little bit left for the toilet.
Thank you, wonderful party people at home, for sticking around to the end if you did. I know this episode's been a roller coaster in terms of topic.
I think we did a good job. I think we did good.
But, GenSen, links to your channel will be in the description below. Do you have a specific video that you would like in the description of this here interview?
No. I don't know. I'm a little nervous now.
Chills parody. Got
Let's
it.
do a Chills parody. But what a Chills? Which one do you think is the best? Put the new one.
Let's see.
Put the newest one.
Let's put the I'm Back update from a year ago.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just start with that.
They're like, who's GenSen? They watch this video. It's like, it has nothing to do with my channel now. Fucking, I'm back. Also, I'm not doing anything that I say I'm about to do. Fucking great. Okay, alright, let's end it. I smacked my mic.
Yeah.
That was awesome, though. So, yeah.
Thank you again for coming on, and I hope you, GenSen, and you party people at home have a good night, and I'll see you next time.